Hi everyone and welcome to Jane Talks Real. It's time for another Super Skills Saturday video, and today's topic is going to be attractiveness and self-esteem. You were born with a random arrangement of facial features, and when you grow into them, people judge your attractiveness based on them, regardless of your personality. Isn't society wonderful? I'm going to come straight out and say it, attractiveness has nothing to do with the way you look. It's how you feel and your attitude. I don't look in the mirror and think, wow, I'm beautiful. But some days I just feel good. I feel attractive. But the way my face looks hasn't changed. My attitude has. This is my face. No makeup, no filter, just me. People have made fun of my appearance all my life. Your eyes are too close together. You look like a bird. Excuse me? Birds are cute. People have felt the need to point out how big my nose is, as if I wasn't aware of it living in the center of my face. A boy in school would frequently ask me what the cocoa beans smelt like in Brazil, which was just hurtful, and random strangers would come up to me and call me Pinocchio. Seriously? Even if you think something about someone, why would you think it's acceptable to go up to someone and make cruel comments about them? Some guy, like a full-grown man, came up to 14-year-old me in the street and told me I shouldn't wear shorts again because I have fat thighs. People are asshats. The way your face looks doesn't define who you are as a person, nor does it dictate your worth. If you're conventionally attractive, lucky you, but what is more important in life is to be a good person.
Be good people.
I would like to read you a small passage from Roald Dahl's The Twits, which has always stuck with me. A person who has good thoughts cannot ever be ugly. You can have a wonky nose and a crooked mouth and a double chin and stick-out teeth. But if you have good thoughts, they will shine out of your face like sunbeams, and you will always look lovely. Roald Dahl knew what he was talking about. Now I'm going to look at a few examples of unconventionally attractive people. I'm not one for pointing out the flaws in people, but I'm doing it this time to make a point that you don't have to be obviously handsome or beautiful to be attractive. This is Will Poulter. He's a British actor who's been in a bunch of stuff. Most notably the Maze Runner franchise, We're the Millers, The Revenant, and most recently, Midsummer. Poulter has a very distinct brow region, which means more often than not he's cast as the brat, the bully, or the dork. You can never really tell with the internet, but here is an apparent quote from Poulter himself about his appearance. It's difficult to tell whether people are looking at you because they recognize you from your work, or whether it's just because you're 6'3" and have the eyebrows of Satan. I've heard that people have been super mean to him on social media, and that breaks my heart. Just because celebrities are in the public eye, it doesn't mean they don't have feelings. So, I love The Maze Runner. I read the books when they came out, and I also watched the movies. And being the big nerd that I am, I totally watched all the interviews, promotional material, and behind-the-scenes stuff I could get my hands on. And guys, Will Poulter seems like the sweetest, most polite, humble person. There is something very attractive about someone who is a good, kind-hearted person, and yes, he may not be conventional looking, but this guy is attractive no question. His personality makes his features shine through. Be nice to Will Poulter, please. Also go watch Wild Bill, because it's a great and understated movie. If you watched my Human Target video earlier this week, you'll know that I think Mark Valley is a cutie. But again, he's unconventionally attractive. He reminds me a little of a modern-day Boris Karloff because of his square jaw and quite boxy head. God, this sounds terrible, but I swear I'm not saying this maliciously. Anyway, I don't really have any idea what Valley is like in real life, although he seems cool on Twitter. So in this instance, I'm going to look at the personality of Christopher Chance, the character he plays in Human Target. I'm not going to repeat myself too much from Monday, but Chance is a caring, complex character, and damn, when he smiles, Valley's attractiveness really shines. Now let's compare to someone who is conventionally attractive but reportedly difficult to be around. Christian Bale is mainstream attractive if you look at him, but the way he acted on the set of Terminator Salvation, as well as other stories I've heard, makes me look at him in an unfavourable light. Kicking off at people is not attractive no matter what you look like. Obviously, I can't judge Bale because I don't know him, but you see my point, I hope. And so I'm not leaving out the ladies. Brie Larson is reportedly pretty unlikable, even though she's conventionally attractive. While Lady Gaga, who is supposedly super nice, is part of my big nose tribe. What I'm saying is, if you're conventionally attractive, don't take it for granted. Make sure you're humble. And if you don't think you're attractive, be a good person and you will shine. I put it to you that you can't judge how attractive someone is until you see their face move. In other words, you can't judge attractiveness off a photo. I have 2 examples for you. I've seen pictures of John Hamm in magazines, on the internet, adverts for Mad Men, and I've never really given him a second look. But then I watched the movie Tag, and there is something about the way his face moves that is really, really attractive. A photo is a carefully crafted snapshot in time and is nothing compared to seeing a person in real life, or in moving images. I travelled America several years ago, and no trip to America is complete without a stop in Las Vegas. What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas, and what stayed in Vegas for me was looking around gift shops and going to bed at a reasonable hour. But for my friend, well, she rocked into the hotel room at 5:30 a.m. with a guy on her arm. He was really, really cute, I have to admit. But when she looked him up on Facebook the next day, she was horrified. But as the sober, responsible friend, I could confirm that his Facebook photo was nowhere near an accurate representation of his true attractiveness. Which brings us on nicely to photographs and Photoshop. Pretty much all photos in the public eye are edited or retouched in some way, so it's very difficult to ascertain what people really look like. Think about when you take a photo of yourself. You don't just snap and post, do you? You look at it, analyze what you like and what you don't like about it, and maybe take some more. You go through each one and decide which one makes you look the best. Then maybe you'll add a filter to lighten it up a bit, or up the contrast, and then post. But will people like it? It's been up a while and you haven't had any likes. Oh wait, there's a like. Oh, and someone's given you a heart. That's much better. But wouldn't it be much better for people to like you for what you really look like? Not for your dog ears or sparkly filters. So next time you look at a photo of a celebrity or someone on social media and think, I'm not as attractive as them, just remember that those pictures are not real. I want to take a moment and look at these celebrity images before and after Photoshop. Photoshop is so commonplace, and before doesn't mean they look bad, it's just how they look naturally. But someone has taken the time to erase every blemish and make them quote-unquote perfect. And it's not that hard either. This is my face. Isn't it? Actually, no, it's not. This is the original picture, and it only took 5 minutes to completely alter my appearance to make myself more conventionally attractive. I widened the gap between my eyes, I made my nose significantly smaller, I thinned my face and enhanced my lips. I got rid of all my blemishes and altered my eyebrows because I'm totally rocking lockdown cavewoman brows right now. And I changed it to black and white because everybody looks good in black and white. See how easy it is? So don't look at photos and compare yourself to them. Embrace what you have and rock your flaws. Plastic surgery to me is permanent Photoshop. I have considered getting a nose job in the past, not that I had the money, but I told myself that I would get my nose fixed if I could ever afford it. But over the years, I've really thought about who I'm getting the surgery for. Those assholes that came up to me in the street or at the bar to make fun of me are people I don't want to associate with anyway. The bullies in school are a distant memory, and it didn't sit right with me to change my appearance to attract a partner. If they didn't like me for how I looked naturally, then they weren't the right person for me. This may be why I'm always single, but hey, at least I'm sticking to my principles. I still hate my nose, but I've learnt to live with it. And I'd rather spend the money travelling or something than getting my face sliced about. I won't tell you that plastic surgery is wrong or evil, but I really urge you to think long and hard over why you want to do it, and if it's for the right reasons. Also make sure that you're fully mature and have grown into your features before making any decisions. I'm always put off anyway because you see celebs with botched surgery jobs and I think, if that's what happened to them with all their millions, then I don't stand a chance. So walk with your head held high, no matter your appearance, and tell yourself that you are attractive. Embrace your face because it's with you forever. It's hard not to let insults and cruel comments get to you, but the people who tell you you're ugly or imperfect are not the kinds of people you want to bother with anyway. Even if 99.9% of the world's population think you're ugly, that's still 800,000 people who think you're a hottie. 800,000! One of them has to be single, right? But seriously, know that your worth comes from you and not from an outer shell. See the good in yourself and others will see the good in you too. But most importantly, live for yourself and smile. You are attractive, even if you find it hard to see. Feel free to come chat about things with me on Twitter. I'm here to support you. I'll speak to you soon, and thanks for watching.